Hello everyone. So let's start with chapter 2, pre-purchasing activities. Before we start the pre-purchasing activities, let's have a look at the procurement cycle. It covers A to Z of all the activities in a procurement cycle. It starts with identifying the requirements, developing strategy, market study, request for quotation or invitation to tender, supplier selection, negotiation, awarding, stores, quality management, payments, disposal, or decommissioning. So, the pre purchasing activities will cover these four topics: identifying requirements, develop strategy, market study, RFQ, or ITT. Pre purchasing activity is like a research and analysis before making an actual purchasing. A pre-purchasing activity starts by identifying the requirement. When any requirement comes from any department, let's say from maintenance or production or from IT, the first job a procurement team has to do is to categorize it into three main categories. They are routine purchase, modified routine purchase, a completely new purchase or first time purchase. So what is the first category? A routine purchase. A routine purchase is set of items or services which are routinely purchased, and this category is characterized by mostly low value items. Also it's characterized by uh, many suppliers in the approved vendor list, and these items already have the procurement strategy in place. So when any new requirement comes, the procurement person sends an RFQ to those list of suppliers in his vendor list, get the quotation and release the purchase order. Hence, the procurement team puts very less effort and time in this category of purchase. This can be stationary items or some spare parts, or it can also be some raw materials. Since they are routinely purchased, they already have set of suppliers, and hence as and when the requirement comes, the order can be placed on them. Now, the second category of purchase is modified routine purchase. These items comes under routine items, like there may be a routine raw material or a routine service contract. However, due to some reasons, there is a modification in the purchasing structure compared to the routine. Let's say suppose there is a raw material A which is a routine purchased routinely as and when the stock comes down. However, there is a sudden requirement of the same item, maybe because of a new tender, and hence the management wants the procurement team to think strategically and make savings in purchase of that same item. So in that case, the procurement team may try to explore more suppliers, or they may try to modify the specification in order to leverage and get savings on purchase of the same item. So you see the routine item A has been modified due to the objective of cost saving. Similarly, such modification can happen due to other reasons, like there is a change in the technology which forces the procurement team to re-strategize purchase of the same software or technology. There may be a change in the legislation, government regulations, Like for example, there is a routine item A which has many approved vendors from China. However, due to new regulations which put a lot of import duty on bringing this item from China, the procurement team is forced to think strategically to bring it from some other countries, and hence it gets modified. The purchasing strategy gets modified. Similarly, suppose there is a service contract, a routine service contract for the purchasers organization, and suddenly there is a new building constructed and the service company has to do the servicing also for that new building. So the procurement team has to reconstruct new strategy for the same service. So these are some examples of a modified purchase.